Squad, the People's Guild. Our passion for making monsters can't be killed. We breed the best pets, learn a lot, no regrets. Join us in creating excellence. Purple on our back, Mythic Squad on the chest. It's the Mythic Squad. It's Mythic Squad.
Ow! I'm good. You're good, bro. You're good. I got it. What up, fam? I hope y'all are having a better week than Beeve here. He is dying, but he could not be dissuaded. He said, fuck no, the show must go on. We will stream tonight. And I was like, hells yeah,
I couldn't
brother,
leave
let's get it
Ogre
done.
hanging by himself now, so
That would have been a boring stream. Let's be real.
I put a call out. I shot the fucking Mythic Squad signal up in the air. Nobody fucking answered though. So
Hell yeah. If anybody wants to join us, come on. Tonight's the night. And get on up here and do some BSing. They had 0 updates to drop, but they kind of dropped some. I suppose they had 1 update, but they kind of intermingled it into the questions. So yeah, by all means, come on up here and let's shoot the bovine scatology.
hell yeah. Let's say hey to Blow Coin. Get your blow on.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Remember when you were like Mythic Squad's gonna blow everybody, and me and Mosh hopped in and chimed in and was like, "Yo, no, we will not." There was a little mix up with wordplay there. But
was that me?
Oh yeah, it was you. Somebody already sent me a clip that makes you look super funny, but I did not go public with it yet. So
send it. Bro, I got a huge broad shoulders and a huge arse. Lots of room for responsibility, even more for chewing. So go ahead, send it. It'll be more fun that way. Give everybody a good laugh. But yeah, hello to the Blow. Hanging out as always. We also got Mega Critter, Sarge, Skiller, Mega, Emerson. What
Emerson
up, everybody?
Is awesome. I'm brainwashed though, but Emerson is awesome.
Hell yeah. Mad props, Emerson, for representing and helping out Sticks last weekend.
Hell yeah, dude. You held it down for like 2 hours.
Yeah, speaking of which, that was freaking amazing. I'm not going to lie. I can't pretend like I saw all of it. There was a lot going on in my world right now. But yeah, mad props to Sticks also for pulling that off and everybody who participated. Mad love. I appreciate all of you. And to the few, the 16.
Yeah, let's talk Mythic Squad Void Hunt Tournament 2.
Heck yeah. You want to
pull
lead that up?
Send it. Yeah, go for it. Holy shit, dude. Are you cracking eggs over there?
No, that's my Sticks intern style keyboard.
You guys with your fucking mechanical keyboards.
It's noisy. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's pleasing to the touch.
Yeah, it is. I love the haptic not the haptic feedback, but the actual feedback and the gratification of mashing that key, hearing it click.
It brings me back to the good old typewriter days, you know?
Well, man, when you got sausages like these, like it's weird because I spend most of my time on the phone, but if it wasn't for autocorrect, nobody would have any clue what I'm saying. I like a big keyboard with full numeric keypad, whole deal. Definitely a must in my book.
I just do it like this. Like,
say it ain't so.
I'm better with my thumbs, you know.
No.
So
I see somebody hanging out in the background. Just a second. Let me. Sorry. What up, Huff? What up?
Thank goodness, Huff. Thanks for showing up, big guy. I appreciate you.
Of course, my friend.
Yeah, so to everybody out there, this might be a short show because the beef is like on verge of death. So we're gonna try and respect him and not tax his voice too much.
You guys just do you. I don't care.
Thank God, Huff. Oh God, I don't have to talk as much. All right, you guys do you. I'm gonna sit back here for a sec.
I'd like to, but we're doing we kind of here we go. We got the round of 16. So the qualifying round was last weekend. And if you didn't get a chance to check it out, Intern uploaded everything to the Mythic Squad YouTube channel. Lots of cool content in there. Lots of cool rounds that happened. Some highlights were, let's just say Jeremy kicked ass. Skiller just did enough to slide in there, but I think he's fronting on everybody, and he's about to just terrorize fools in the next round. And I'm pretty sure him and Jeremy are going against each other, Leray and Skiller. So Mythic Squad. So at least Mythic Squad advances in that bracket, right? But yeah, Danable beat Masochist, and he was the only one. Ultra internet connection issues, and maybe gaming issues too. I don't know. On the fence about that. We'll have to check him out later. It was a good time. Lots of people showed up. It was fun as fuck in chat. And I can't wait for the round of 16 to get rolling. When's the start date on that, Ogre?
June 22nd, 11 a.m. if you're on the West Coast, 1 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, and somewhere in between if you're somewhere in between in one of them flyover states like I am.
Right
you know nobody lives in those states. So, I mean, come on now.
I mean,
have you ever met anybody who lives in Kansas?
Ellie.
Don't you lie to me.
I lived in Kansas for 2 years.
Oh, you did? Okay, well.
And I'll never go back to that flat earther place.
Well, Eastern Kansas isn't totally flat. Like, because up where I had to work.
You're not going to sway me. I fucking hate that state. Period. I don't care.
I don't blame you.
Hate that state.
Fucking hate that state. Where you watch your dog run away all day.
I wanted to like exercise and shit, and I wanted to like mountain bike, but you have to fucking pedal everywhere. Everything's fucking flat. So you just pedal. There's no coasting. There's no going down hills.
I don't know where you were, but that's like
Lawrence,
western like 4/5 of the state.
And I went to the Kansas River because I wanted to check that out. Tell me how a river on flat ground is going like 80 miles an hour. Okay. There was 10-foot fences around that bitch. It was a death trap. Nobody goes in.
Damn.
It's a death trap.
It was crazy.
That's insane.
Anyways, I'm enough ranting about Kansas.
Sorry, Kansas is like the metaverse. It's not real.
I'm sorry for throwing shade at Middle America. My bad.
No worries, brother. No worries.
Yeah.
We like you guys staying out on the coast. It keeps fewer people in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit nicer.
It's all right.
Right.
It's very entertaining with all these liberal clowns out here. So
that's one word for it, I suppose. Yes, sir. So yeah, mad props to the 16 who made it. I don't know how many did we have total. Was it like 20 something?
I think so.
I don't know that actual number.
Well, you ask tough questions. The cut sheet is pinned, however, in tournament chatter and Mythic Squad. In Mythic Squad server in tournament chatter. If you look at pinned, you can see the cut sheet and the total points in all participants from the qualifiers to now.
Yeah, it's very well put together. Styx has been great at being super transparent, putting it all up there immediately. Like, mad props to Styx Intern. I keep calling him Styx.
Didn't think he had enough Adderall for that, but apparently he does.
He got the hook for it, bro.
He's a magic man.
On it.
He's a magic man, for sure.
Yes, sir.
I swear, some of the times that while I was watching, I know his keyboard sometimes too close to his mic. I just heard him just.
I know.
Like, whoa!
Sounds like Rambo.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, I can't even speak barely that fast. Holy cow, man.
That's my intern impression right there.
Yep. Done.
Yes.
Algorithm completed.
Yo, Matty Pesk. Let's just shout out Matty. Matty, how you doing, bud? Matty made it past the qualifier round, and who's he pent up against in that graphic?
I think DFK today. No, who was that? We just had it up. I saw him. He was.
Oh, he's going against. Oh, cool. Good luck, motherfucker.
Right.
Good fucking luck, Matty. Okay.
Or
is he going to Danimal? Which one is he going against?
I wouldn't want to fight Danimal. I watched that round.
Let's throw back up there. Where is Matty?
Matty Pesk and cool. You're fucked, my guy. I love you. Thanks for showing up.
My guy.
Yeah.
Cool's just something different. There's something that guy's built different.
Wow. Cool's going to be playing Danimal in round 2, though. So one of them's getting knocked out.
Well, who's Danimal playing? DFK tells? You got no faith in your boy DFK tells, or what?
I mean, I'm not saying the Danimal round? I have none, but didn't we just?
I did.
Interwebs issues,
and he should instill fear into Dragonfly Tales after.
That's just saying. I mean, like, I have all confidence in our crew, but I watched that round. I wouldn't want to do it. I'm just stuck. That was brutal. I was like, what did he just do?
Yo, next week.
Oh my God.
Next week on the Bogside Boys, they're going to be telling us how we sabotaged Matty's bracket by pinning him against the best player. But if you weren't the last motherfucking seed or close to it, you wouldn't. This is how it goes. This is how seeding goes. So, Matty, may the best man win, and I'm rooting for you, my guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and the crazy part is that first tier right there, if no one beats the Affix, no one advances. So it is possible that both Luray or Jeremy and Skiller don't make it. I seriously doubt that's going to be the case.
Well,
but it's a non-zero chance.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't like reading, so I only read it once.
Tell me what happened.
So for those who are willing to read, I'll go ahead and paste it in case you haven't seen it.
Skiller didn't really have to work tonight. Like he's telling everybody in our server, I invited him on the stream. What he is doing is, since he went on vacation and he's been working so much, he's got to practice his hunts because he's slipping. Jeremy's a little bit better than him right now. Danimal's a little bit better than him right now. We can't have Skiller slipping. So I'm glad he's like putting the time in, the effort in, so that he can really show up this weekend. So.
Oh, absolutely. Especially for a non-gamer, as much as he likes to claim he has taught so many people of how to hunt. That's what blows my mind. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not a gamer, man. I kind of just figured it out. It's like, dude, this is S tier strategy that you've been doing. Like, are you kidding me? Well, not a gamer. Get the fuck out of here.
Right? I love the confidence, Jay. Hell yeah. There's definitely zero chance that one of you won't pass the A-Fix. Y'all both going to crush it.
Gonna get dirty around here.
Oh, and Skiller's talking smack.
Dude, Jeremy
will defeat me, but that looks like a whatever face to me. I don't know about y'all.
The hardest of sarcasm.
See, he went straight to exactly what he does. He does love to talk shit.
He does.
He's good.
That's part of it, isn't it? That's like, I think with that right there, the fact that he's successful and he enjoys talking shit, complete shenanigans. You're definitely a gamer, my brother.
Hell yeah.
Not like we didn't know that already.
Well, I don't think he's a gamer.
I think he's just a winner.
That I
know. Some people are.
He can be the best at anything he wants to be in this game. He just picks and chooses when he wants to be the best at that. And if you like doubt him publicly or talk shit to him, expect him to fucking, march up those leaderboards, fucking shut you up.
Right? He'll just say rankings. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
Well, he's fueled by it. The more shit talking people do towards him, the more he is like charged up like a Super Saiyan. Like it just starts like it's fuel for his like, and then finally he achieves his master form, and then he's like, "Oh my god, what have we done?"
Hell yeah, love it.
Just shut the front door, jeez. I love these guys. No, seriously, like what an incredible group of guys that are playing together. That was an incredible tournament. I was like, there's no way these guys are gonna get through these. And like, holy shit, how the did they do that?
Bro, those are some crazy affixes. Like
Masochists, like, come on. Like, I love SI, and this is insane. Like, I was like, dude, did you really just set that bar like that high? He's like, I mean, I did it. I'm like, okay, sure.
3 demon box. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
when one pops, I'm usually like, all right, this is maybe a wash. And like, I mean, half the time I'll kill the one.
Right.
But, okay, I got to kill one and then kill the other two with 2 eggs on the board. And no, Jesus.
Yeah,
Masochist is truly the name for that.
Yeah, it was a good name for sure.
Gotta be a masochist to pass that one.
You gotta like the pain.
What else is going on out there?
Well, one of the things that I definitely liked hearing today, even though it wasn't like an update, is they're leaning heavily into creating more use case for Joule. And I figure a lot of people out there will enjoy that too, because that'll drive everything. So one, they dropped, I don't know if it was already said, but it was news to me on this AMA that the expeditions, it sounds like in order to use expeditions, you're going to have to lock up some Joule and use some C Joule to apply to it. So there'll be, doggone it, I'm brain farting, the name of when you go to the castle and you have the power-ups. There we go. Sounds like there might be some sort of power-up that you have to do in order to utilize the expeditions.
If you're waiting for me to say what you were,
I'm just
gonna
happen, man.
Beef is like, not only does my throat not work, my brain is addled on drugs right now, and not even the fun.
No, it isn't.
I'm just trying to not.
That's the
well,
problem.
yeah, I meant like cough drugs.
I'm not on. Oh yeah. Sudafed, yes, but pot is like I'm not even a smoker right now.
Well, yeah, but if you were high, you would have no problems.
I took 3 Benadryl. I'm now seeing shadow people, but don't worry about that.
I like to take 3 or 4 Benadryl while I'm in the line at security at the airport, and just quietly sleep and try to make it to my seat before I crash out.
See, I have a peanut allergy, so the last time I had like a bad attack, I took like 5 Benadryl, and it worked. But like by the end of it, I was just like, what's wrong? It's like just spiders, man.
Will Ferrell in that movie with the trank dart.
Bad.
Speaking of which,
darkness, my old friend.
No shit. There I was. Like, I don't know about you guys and how you feel about spiders, but I was sitting in my freaking garage having a smoke, and no shit, around the corner comes crawling this spider, and it wasn't no little spider. This spider was like damn near the size of my friggin' mouse. Like, this thing was huge, and I was like,
Dude,
don't get me wrong.
I don't kill spiders. I just be like, hey, bud, come here. And then I take them outside. I'm like, look at this world.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, usually, like, I'm cool with spiders. I have all sorts of web spiders up in my garage because in my mind, that just keeps down the bugs, and I get less skeeters biting on me when I'm out there smoking, right? I mean, granted, I got to clean up webs a couple times a year because it's all funky nasty, but whatever. Like, I am a lover of animals, but when you have a giant creepy spider coming into my garage, like, I'm not really too cool about that. And what's even worse is when you stomp the motherfucker and all of a sudden it explodes with little babies running everywhere. Like,
burn the house down.
Oh.
Nope.
Right?
Burn it down. No, I ain't having
asking for
that's some cryptid ass shit right there. That's when a spider gets to a certain size, it's no longer a spider, it's a fucking monster.
It might be a genie. It might be a genie, and you fucked up and you got no wishes now.
It's a genie. Do you even know what the legends of the Jinn are? I don't even want to have this conversation right now. No, I'm not doing that either.
Genies are evil, like tricksters. Yes. They will fuck you over.
It's like the monkey's paw or something like that. Oh, cool. Your wish is granted, but at what cost?
Yep.
It's like terrible. God,
know
cool. Your history.
So that's for sure.
Ogre spider, yeah. Of course, you would only have ogre spiders. Like, that makes sense, though.
Right? Yeah. Jesus. No, I was not cool with it. So that explained why the thing was so doggone huge and fat. And yeah, it was. Yeah, but normally, like I said, like, I'm cool with it. Like, bugs in the house, even I'll take them outside usually. But like giant crawling spiders, like.
You guys have poisonous spiders there, or what?
We got the brown recluse, and we got the wolf spider. And I mean, not really poisonous, but they'll jack you up.
Badass, dude. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their bite can. I mean, if you're not, well, it's possible to be like quasi allergic to them, and they have a nasty effect. That now the brown recluse, straight up, like, eats your skin away. Like the bite,
my
it has a
brother-
toxin in it
Hey,
that causes
here's
necrosis.
some alpha. Here's some alpha. Back in the day, Mosh got bit in the ass by a brown recluse, and they cut a nickel wide out about 6 nickels deep out of his
Yeah.
ass.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, they'll just keep.
he's got one chunky looking pothole on his ass cheek, and it's there forever.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
I got hit by a brown recluse, or I'm sorry, the docs told me I got hit by a camel spider over in Iraq back in the day, and it jacked my leg up. In retrospect, learning what I know now, like I don't know that it really was a camel spider. It might have just been like a staph infection or something from being over there, because it's
Nasty.
I'm talking about 2003 when like we went like 3-4 months without showers. Like it was literally like invading Iraq. So we had baby wipes that we tried to keep clean with, and then I had a little like wash bucket that we used to wash our clothes in. It's like, imagine like a keg bucket chopped off, so it's only like 8 inches deep. And so yeah, we'd use baby wipes. Then I had that, and we'd rig a poncho up around it and kind of just squat in it and use
I
a bird bath and
probably
like
would've
splash
just-
the nuts to clean them off type
I
thing.
probably would have
Jesus.
just left baby wipes in my ass crack and right on the side of my balls and my thigh too. The whole entire time.
100%. How else are you going to stop the fucking rash? I mean, come on now. Like, figure this out.
You don't stop the rash; you become one with the rash over there.
Well, I was lucky. I was a commo guy, so I had like a big truck and a big shelter. Like I didn't have to do like the door kicking and all the hiking and the walking and stuff
Oh,
like
good.
that. So it wasn't that bad. I was not prone to it. I had a PlayStation. I had a phone to call home when other
Oh,
people
nice.
like didn't have phones, because I didn't.
Yeah,
I was satellite communications, so everybody else's communications came to us, and then we pushed it out. So we had to have a satellite phone, and we always had cell phone or not cell phone, but like connection to phones. And yeah, I knew the magic codes to get free phone calls and stuff like that. Being commo is good.
Yeah. Speaking of spiders, though, the last take on this. Have you guys seen the orb spiders that's been infesting around lately?
Where are they infesting?
A lot of the East Coast, a lot of the South. I could be wrong about how far they are. These fuckers, no joke, they're the size of my fucking hand, dude. And they make these giant. They eat birds. They're giant, like spider, yellow
Did they
spider.
come here from Australia?
Yeah, no, they're here now, man.
Well, I know they were over in Korea. We called them banana spiders because they had like a giant yellow abdomen. Yeah.
And they got
They
huge legs and shit. No, they're all over. I think somewhere down south, not quite Florida, but around in that area. They came in from shipping containers and everything like that. And yeah,
bananas.
it turns out this environment's great for them. Fucking shit.
I don't gotta worry about that. They ain't up here yet. So
Yeah, that's true. And then one little quick note about wolf spiders. Have you ever looked up cranberry fields?
no.
Mm-mm.
So how they actually harvest cranberries is that they flood the cranberry field, so all the ripe ones float at the top, so it's easy to grab. Well, you know what else is in there? Wolf spiders, lots of them, and they float. And you're just wading through like waist deep cranberry water, and all of a sudden, hundreds of these things are just fucking.
No, thank you.
You just have to accept that fact. No, I'm just gonna get a different job.
So what I'm hearing is the next boss enemy in Void Hunts should probably be spiders, because like, yeah, that'd be pretty
It's
dope.
a universal terror. Come on.
I think it should be beavers, and you get your ass kicked by the beaver tail.
That would be pretty good. Since we're going for animal themes, yeah, yeah, beaver would kind of fit. Just get body slam, but it's just a tail slap. Just like, shit.
That'd be awesome.
It would. I'd play it.
And you slap the front person, it rotates them all the way to the back type thing.
That's good.
That would be a good one. I like it. Yeah, welcome Scoopo and Sir Worm and Maddie. I don't think y'all were in here when we said our hellos. Is anyone else we missed?
Dude, my live background has canceled me at this stage.
Yeah, it did. It said, no, you're too sick. You can't even be seen. You're not allowed to lean back that far.
I kind of like it like this. I'm here, but I'm not.
I'm always watching.
You could always just turn off the camera and make that like your screensaver type thing, or your avatar.
I didn't clean up.
But then you wouldn't be able to pop in and out like that. Like that is kind of cool how you can just kind of like fade in.
Like some kind of ethereal mentor. You're like, that is the wrong choice.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Jesus.
And then the other thing with Jewel, they also mentioned that PvP, we're going to need Jewel to trigger PvP. And I don't know I might have misheard it because I had a lot going on and I had to listen 2x today. But I thought they kind of dropped a hint that almost made it sound like the bridging was going to be all like level 1. So we might all be on an even playing field for the PvP. All of them are level 1. I might have misunderstood that and read between lines and read some stuff that wasn't there. But I remember them saying something, and it was referring to something else about bridging something over and it adding more code to
I remember the
base
question. The question was that for when you re-roll for a level up, can you do like a 5 level up back, or would it be just like a 1 level or all the levels kind of thing? And because of the fact that how much it costs to add that much data for like bridging, if you would have added that much extra data onto like every level up and everything like that, it would add extra cost to bridging. So that's probably why they're not doing it.
Also, it's too powerful. If you could just go back as much as you wanted, because you could just fine tune it and go for the max, and it would be easy. But if you have to go 1 back or all the way back, then you're at the mercy of RNG still. Okay, and you either get it or you don't. But if they did it the other way, it would be too easy and too powerful. So.
But but for right now, all the data that's attached to the hero per bridging is only the level 1 data. And then everything else is just carried is just a part of the NFT itself.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can only imagine that if, it was like, we're going to cram all this extra data from this one hero per one, and you have to do that a million times. Yeah, it would just jack up the data for incredibly no reason except for just doing it because some of us are neurotic and want that perfect hero.
Right.
Well, RNG is still a factor here, so good luck with that.
Just send your heroes to Skiller and let him level them up. He's obviously got a secret that he's not telling anybody.
He does voodoo. It's the only explanation.
Probably black magic.
He talks to Papa Hotep and then just gets it figured out, man. I'm saying.
Keep your cats inside if you live in Las Vegas. Skiller the pussy killer is sacrificing your pets for good level ups.
Oh, okay? You're terrible, bro.
What the hell?
Hey, let's talk about sex, baby. Okay.
I mean, come on, Sarge. I mean, you got to come in and talk dirty to us first. I mean,
let's talk about sex. The one thing I heard in the AMA was that CoinStore is no longer because of regulatory changes. They gave them an option to move forward, but it sounds like they're putting their efforts into a top 15 exchange, and that would be cool if it happened sooner than later.
I thought they said that it was still on, but it like all got paused because there was like some new regulations that dropped in the country they're based out of, so they had to back up and make sure they met everything. So they put everything on pause, but it's still there and it will be back. It's just temporarily.
It's not.
No,
CoinStore is going to be hasta luego. Okay.
Yep.
And enter top 15 exchange, and they wanted to not stay with CoinStore because they wanted to allocate those funds to the bigger sex listing. So
100% beef. Yeah, it was the fact that Coinstar, was it Coinstar? Was it? I can't remember. Went to the devs and were like, here's the deal. This is what happened. These are the options. And
and it wasn't because there wasn't a bad information or they didn't, because the original offer was great, all that kind of stuff. But because of the regulatory changes, they had to pull back on something that they were going to do. And, as the team talked about it, they thought they would rather allocate those funds to a bigger sex exchange, maybe get more exposure. So I'm on board with that. I hope it's not in 2027. I hope it's in 2024. Yeah, cool.
I mean, they're all the big brains here. I mean, I've trusted in them to make the good decisions, and so far for the last couple of years, they've done right by us. I mean, so I gotta give it to them to be able to make the right decisions when it comes down to these big moves like this. So, I mean, if CoinStore was going to be doing some things because of regulatory issues, and that's going to conflict with our overall goal and the roadmap, then those are things that we have to take consideration. If we get some of those funds back to, especially like you said, they can allocate to more advancements towards certain things and still be able to put it onto an exchange of major top 15. So, I mean, it's a benefit to us. It's only a down for them because this is probably a huge input to what they were going to have on their
right.
So,
I like it. And that's something to keep in mind. Like, liquidity takes a lot of tokens, and I like they're going to have to centralize somewhere because it's not like they can just mint a whole bunch more Jewel tokens and spread them out to 15 different exchanges. So
exactly.
Got to find that exchange and jump on it.
They can announce this next partner, and yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I could have sworn they said they were going to announce it soon. So yeah.
Okay, so
hopefully
let's do
3
the math
weeks.
on that.
Yeah.
I'm out. Let's do the math on that. DFK said 3 to 4 weeks.
Hey, John A.
I'm thinking 2.5 months.
Stateside. Yep.
Johnny at Cal, do you got some major ass summons you want to pop or no?
You know he does.
I just always ask because he's every summon.
Speaking of summons, where the hell is your brother?
My brother?
Summon
yes,
him.
Your brother.
He joined ADFK Guild like at noon today. You didn't see that?
What?
You guys didn't see that?
Bro, I'm not that far away. I can drive to you.
Raph
They-
has been.
I can.
Raph
This
has
can get
been
nasty. Buck fast,
literally.
you know?
Raph has been whispering sweet nothings in me and Masha's ear for the better part of 2 years, and it hasn't worked. But he got him. He got him yesterday. He got
You
Masha.
better take a fucking crowbar to that boy. I swear to God, or I will. I mean, I will take liberties. I love you like a brother, and I love him like family. And guess what? I do dirty fucking things to my family.
But
right.
you know what? This is a deep undercover mission. Masha's our operative over there. And
All right, as long as you know some cold
going
war
in
double crossing
deep
going
in
on.
ADFK Guild. And you know how he got in? You know who his in was over there in ADFK? You know who just left the back door open for him? Fucking Dags. Fucking Dags left the back door open over there for him.
Oh,
That doesn't even make sense. Why wouldn't Dags pull him over to the jewelers?
Because Dags is in ADFK too. Duh.
But isn't he also like one of the prime people over at the jewelers?
He is. I don't know if you're following. I don't know if you're following right now. I
Maybe
know that I could do some explaining. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it.
I'm so lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
But who cares? You know what? He's still Mythic Squad. Just he's spreading out, joining other crowds, and in the end, it's bringing us all together.
I revoked all of Masha's roles. He doesn't have any roles within the Mythic Squad server.
Oh, shut
up.
This is going to be like an episode of G.I. Joe where it's just like the great plan's going to happen and all of a sudden be like, not this time. G.I. Joe.
He's going to rip off his ADFK shirt that's going to be purple underneath and he's just
bingo, yes.
throwing blows.
Mythic Squad. Damn right.
Yeah. Masha's just really over there trying to unplug their server and then plug it back in. That's it.
Just make sure you don't mess up the website. We need it.
And for anybody listening right now, all the shit that I say is absolute bullshit. Go ahead and hit them with the scroller, Ogre.
Yep. Get it.
Yeah. You know, there's another one that just, there we go.
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? Deep espionage within the guilds. Fucking
go vote if you haven't already. I'm sure probably everybody watching right now live with us has already voted because y'all are tuned in. But for anybody watching this later, there are 2 live votes going on right now, and they end on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, right at midnight UTC, rolling into Sunday.
Do you guys not want to share what you're voting on, or what are you voting on? What's your vote?
Honestly, I voted selfishly. I voted not to change it, just because, meh. Okay. That and I like the underdog.
Here's a hot take. I voted 14 days. Fuck the world. I don't even own one. Y'all can hate me all you want. Okay, you can hate me all you want, but I learned how to do shit through smarter people than me, and I had a little fish in my ear, and I agreed with everything he laid out on the table. So I am Team Intern, and he can basically have my votes. Although I'm not a dune buggy building fucking jewel staker, so I don't got that many votes, but I got some. So
I plead the fifth, so I'm not going to say anything that may or may not incriminate me in front of the court of law at this point. So I'm going to take that as I'm just joking. I voted right in the middle. Just kind of played the middle ground. It's like, not that I didn't want to change anything because I fully agree with you, Ogre, on every point that you make, and I also agree with what Six is saying at the same SI is saying. You know,
so I didn't hear SI's.
There's a balance between what you're saying, what he's saying. So I'm just gonna play devil's advocate and just be like, I'm not here. So yeah, that's me.
I think probably short term, it's the right move until we get all of these anticipated burn mechanics in, but they've already talked about the fact they're going to have a burn mechanic. I'm sure at some point there's going to be like some sort of burning mechanic built into PvP. People will ask for that. So I don't know. I just think it's premature. Why not wait?
I
And
I agree
for
with
the
you. though.
short-term value, I think it's going to do what people want it to do.
Yeah.
But I think there's also going to come a time where we have that mass adoption moment, and a lot of people are willing to jump in, and we're going to have a massive shortage of heroes,
Well,
which would be
check
great
this
for
out.
those who have a bunch of heroes on the short
Check this
term.
out. Voting
but
system
then-
in place. Voting system in place.
Right.
Right. Burn mechanics incoming. That whole entire ecosystem is going to be game changing in itself.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. Okay. Everything will fall in line. Will it happen in 2-3 months? Probably not. Okay.
Right.
But if heroes are in more demand and we need them to be on less of a cooldown, we can revisit this.
Right. Well, that's why I think it's short term. It's a good idea, but and everybody's like, oh, we can just vote it back if we need to. But I don't know, man. I think a lot of people will vote against it. Be like, no, why would I want to vote it back? They're super high value right now because everybody just bought us out, and they're looking at the value of their heroes. Like, no, if I reduce the cooldown, then the value is going to go down, and that's going to end up inadvertently losing a bunch of people that would have come into the game if they could have gotten in an affordable way. And so
you're looking too far. You're looking too far into the future that doesn't even exist yet. Okay,
it's called unintended consequences. They happen all the time.
Well, yeah, they do happen all the time. But I think the intended outcome deserves a chance.
Well, as well as the fact that I truly believe that everybody that's in this ecosystem, even for the people that are just looking for a profit, they want this to succeed. So if for an aspect to where, just like you say, Ogre, to where things have gotten so out of hand, kind of like they kind of were when everything was at like Jules at $20 and shit was like, don't get me wrong, I like those times too. But shit was out of hand. It was kind of getting so separated from the introductory player.
I know, but
there wasn't going to be able to do it. So
let me rein you in real quick. First off, chat's talking about the exponential growth is outrageous, right?
Okay.
That's like saying there is one rain cloud in the sky in a world full of fucking gremlins, and it starts raining, and somehow the fucking raindrops hit every fucking gremlin. That's not ever going to fucking happen. It's never going to be the top end of that, period. And what we got to think about is the new burn mechanics, right? What we do have is a bunch of fucking heroes, but 95% of them, in my book, are fucking vegetables. They're fucking loser-ass heroes. Get rid of them. Stack GDE. Whatever the fuck you need to stack, get rid of them, okay? People still play this fucking game, and it blows my fucking mind. They still play this game, and they still summon like it's fucking a year and a half ago. Things have changed, my guys, okay? Mm-hmm. Things have changed, and we're trying to make the future bright. So don't get hung up on, I can't do what I did for the first year and a half of fucking DeFi Kingdoms, which is fucking just fucking breed a bunch of vegetables and potatoes.
That's not where I'm at, because if
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. What I'm saying is people get stuck like these motherfuckers who are pissed about the vote. They're like, well, how come we didn't know? Because you weren't listening. It's been announced for 3 fucking weeks, guys. Okay, we've been going through this, not only on our stream, but other people's streams too. So I get that it's an investment and people have walked away or left their assets on the table, but now they're back and they got something to say. Okay, that's fine. You are the owner of the Gen Zeros. You have every right to vote and get your voice heard on this, but don't say the team is fucking shafting you because they didn't let you know.
Yeah.
No, you shafted yourself by not paying attention.
Turn your notifications on. I'm fucking sick of that shit. It's more ignorant motherfuckers out there than anything. Get your fucking head screwed on straight, motherfuckers. Jesus Christ, I'm sick. I have no patience for this bullshit tonight.
Oh, take a cough drop and a deep breath, my G. You needed to get that off your chest.
Jesus.
Like, that was therapy.
Honestly, I give a fuck if it's 7 days, 3 days, 14 days, but I do like thinking of it with this big picture. I think this shit's going to really fucking hit home when the new burn mechanics out and you guys can fucking dip your toes into this new ecosystem here that will fucking bring value to the heroes that are supposed to have value. We're supposed to be rooting out all the weeds, picking them and fucking burning them. All right. Okay. Because when you
That's our
go,
job.
when new players come here, say the market turns even greener and we're fucking ripping and roaring and Jules gone up above $1, all that shit. They're not going to come in here and be like, let me see how many potatoes I can get to play metas PvP. No, they're going to be fucking taking personal loans out and buying my fucking heroes.
And that's like 90% of the summons, right? 90% of the summons are freaking potatoes, and now you got to wait weeks.
I go back to this. This writing on the cooldown change has been on the wall for so fucking long because we've been staring at the number inflate forever. Okay, so what were we in and what are we currently in? Sergeant Filthy McNasty knows what we're in. We're in the fucking golden era of building these hero foundations. What did everybody say was king? Stats. Okay, I believe stats are king, okay, because they go in all the equations, but they're not permanent. You can re-roll stats now. So to me, the most important thing about a fucking hero is how it's built. The atonements you use on it, the stones you use on it, right? Okay. Fuck the crystals for now because you can re-roll. Okay.
Some can, right? That makes it kind of a whale game. Also, like people who don't have a whole lot of money.
It's always going to be a whale game. It's always going to be a whale game. Okay?
Life is a whale game.
If you want, it's a crypto Web3 game, so it's obviously pay to fucking win. If you got the buku bucks, you can. But I want to show you, I'm an example of a guy who didn't pay out the ass to win. I've worked off the scrap heap, don't own any Gen Zeros, don't own any land, don't have a fucking exponential amount of money to throw in this shit. So I got to fucking sell some shit, flip some shit, do some shit, flip some shit, do some shit. And I started from the bottom, but now I'm here. Okay. And anybody can fucking do that if they put the work in, period. Doesn't matter if you have Gen Zeros or not.
Yep,
I'm clipping that. That was you went off and said some truth. I'm clipping that. That's some good shit right there, bud.
All right.
This is supposed to be just a chill hangout, not much in the AMA. The most cryptic AMA in a while.
I'm gonna damage my
You went off. I love this.
I love you too, guys. I love every one of you. All you fucking Gen Zero holders, the smart ones, the ignorant ones. I love you all. I really fucking do. Okay. I just think you need to get your head screwed on straight. That's all. All right, I'm going to smoke. I'll be right back. You guys carry this for a second. I'm fucking out.
Got beef all round.
I need a deep breath. God damn it.
He is completely like I was going to say he's not going to have a voice tomorrow, but he's going and smoking now. Yeah, he's not going to have a voice tonight.
Oh yeah, that was as soon as I saw the blood, that vein pop up in his neck a little bit, he was like, dude, he's gonna pop off and just ruin his shit. Oh, that was good though. He needed that. He needed to get that right off his chest. He's like, he's been cooking for too long. Oh.
Yep, and he's 100% right. Like the people that have been taking advantage of summoning up until now, they're going to be the real winners because they got all those heroes and they've been making monsters. Like that is enormous. And it's going to be a lot harder because, like we said, like 80 to 90% of the heroes you summon are potatoes, right? It's not that mythic or that legendary or that mutation that you're after. So you got to keep summoning. In an unintended consequence, instead of having to like hit one of those once every 2 or 3 weeks now, it might be once every 3 or 4 months you actually get that hero you really like, and then you have dozens of potatoes. What are you going to do with? So, and that will dissuade some people and push them away too, potentially. Not everybody. The real gamers, like it'll keep the investors away, but it'll bring in the real gamers. So that's the one positive in my mind, because the ones that are just here to flip and make money, they're not going to be able to, right? It's going to take too long. And so it'll drive them out. And slowly, as we build real gamers, they'll be like, no, that's part of the fun. I want to keep doing it because I want to go get that monster hero that I can crush with.
Well, think about it like this. Okay, so I just learned a lot about how the brain works with like just pleasure and happiness and everything like that. So how I have used summoning for a long time is truly was an addiction for months and months and months that I did. But it gets to a point to where you get numb to it a little bit. Like it doesn't get that unless you get that mythic, unless you get exactly what you're looking for, which salt in the fucking bowl here. You kind of lose it a little bit to where now, like at least, and that's because of the fact that your brain kills off receptors from dopamine because you're flooding your brain with so much. So in a way, we're kind of pushing that out a little bit in a healthy way, even if it's not 14 days, even if it's like just a shorter ratio or whatever. You
finally overcame your masturbation addiction. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Also-
it is.
Also,
Dude.
Gen Zero's utility was summoning and endless summoning when the game launched because there was fuck all to do. Okay.
Right.
So we do need to fucking lean in and try to figure out how we can add some fucking utility to these Gen Zeros that don't have to do with summoning. And I know they mentioned some shit today about the new burn mechanic and potentially there being some sort of utility for Gen Zeros, not burning them. But what if you fucking like had a Gen Zero but put it up here for a fucking boost for your fucking GDE or something like that?
So that's fun speculation. I mean, maybe it could be something like
speculation, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, guys, we're the community. So if you want utility other than summoning to your fucking Gen Zeros, then get into these AMAs. Start fucking talking about it. Get into some of these chat rooms. Hop into Mythic Mayhem. Get in with some smart people. Fucking let them prove some shit to you. You prove some shit to them, and then bang it out. I mean, this community is smart enough to figure this fucking shit out.
So speaking of which, let's
is the team
speculate.
Smart enough to do it all by themselves? Maybe not. Maybe they are. But we're all here, and they listen to us, and they communicate with us. So that's fucking let your voices be heard if you got some shit to say.
Speaking of voices be heard, Johnny, what'd you get? You said you got exactly what you got. What'd you get, dude? So put it up. What you got? I want to see it.
I thought you were broke, son.
That's what I thought too. He's been cooking in the background. He's like, hold on, I'm doing some shit. I got a goon. I missed that last message, and then he said he got exactly what he got. What did you get? You can't just say I got what I wanted without telling us what you got, bro. Like that's titillating at best. Come on, that's
and this is actually an argument to the opposite side of what I was saying, where it might drive people away because those monster hits are now so few and far between. People are like, oh, I don't want to keep summoning. It's a waste because I'm getting potatoes. Emerson's so much happier when he finds an egg now that they scaled it back. So it could be the exact opposite of what I'm saying. And those true gamers that are there, it will be amazing and it will be huge. It'll be a big event to actually pop a mythic because they don't come around as often anymore. Right?
Exactly. And then it's just the aspect, even if it's not in the best aspect of what the players want, it is the best aspect for the excitement of the game because they are going to be less often. There will be more rarity. There will be that, like, every time I get a mythic, I jump up and down and like stand up and like, yeah! But like, think about how much more that will be impacted now, especially even for the new player. We've been playing this game for years, but now I think it would be really good for the player and the player just mental health in general. Just because I know any kind of aspect where you can just be like, just keep going, man. Just keep going, man. It doesn't do good for you.
Here, listen, Maddie commented right underneath Johnny at Cal, right?
Yep.
And I remember a comment from Maddie. Sorry, I'm on one today.
Archer.
I remember your comment going, we go for Codex heroes around here. We're not like Mythic Squad. Well, a rare Archer with Resurrection seems like a Codex hero to me. Also, Maddie, I haven't seen you in Mythic Mayhem very often. And if you just checked our chats, you would see how many dope Codex heroes are being made, how many advanced class heroes are being made, how many elite class heroes are being made. But the squad does it all. We're not just the hero builders. We're not just the fucking PvEers. We're not just the future PvPers. We're here to dominate the whole fucking thing. Okay?
We're going to grow up the whole game, baby.
So get that through your head, Maddie. That perfect little hair and perfect lighting.
Oh, he's about to come on. We're going to do this in real time.
Speaking of which, I just learned today, I can't believe I missed this in the entirety of my adventure of DFK, that each equipment has a possibility for a mythic trait or a max benefit trait. And I was like, the fuck?
Do we have the ranges on that shit yet?
Yeah, we do. No, I thought we did. Like, because there has been multiple pulls of, the Eggs Caliber has a max benefit. At least one of them has now. A couple of rare Gore Blades have the max benefit of certain aspects of them, and it's a random roll. I didn't know that. Dude, I thought all the Gore Blades had like a general change in what their stats could be, but I didn't know there was a max benefit to those items.
If we let Maddie on, we gotta be in charge of muting, though, in case he goes on a run-on sentence.
Keep the mute button on.
Are you really saying that after your 5-minute rant?
Hey, this is my fucking stream.
This is my house.
My fucking shit.
All right.
They can mute the fuck out of me on that side. No, Maddie, you're welcome on whenever, dude. I've sent the invites. I know it's a little late for you. I appreciate you holding down chat with us because I know it's past your bedtime. I do appreciate seeing you here. I love seeing you here, dude.
Absolutely.
Heck
Rock
yeah.
on, bro.
And links
Tell
in your
Franz
DM,
he
brother.
sucks because he didn't show up, though. Fucking Franz.
All right. So, Beav, if I see you raise your right hand, that means mute him.
No, I just mute him myself. I'll mute
Can
him.
you? Okay.
I don't know if I can. I can talk over him.
I don't know if you can because you're not logged in.
If he's gonna make me use my dictionary and look up fucking big words because he's a fucking lawyer, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's another aspect of how many big brains are in here. How many lawyers are in here? Because I know that of 2 of them so far, and I'm just kind of blown away on the aspect. Because gamers being gamers, I know a lot of us, and a lot of us are just like us. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, how many actual big heads are around here? Holy shit, there's a lot of you.
Dude, I absolutely love hanging out with all you guys because I am definitely not the smartest in the room, but the room that Mythic Squad built holds a lot of fucking smart people in it. And DFK, as its whole, holds a lot of fucking smart people in it. All the guilds do. So it's fun. It's fun being in a room with smart motherfuckers.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's how you benefit, man. I mean, anyone who is truly successful has surrounded themselves with smart-minded, successful people.
If
and
you're
the fact that like not only the devs but the community is so intelligent and so forward-thinking that's why I stayed, man. This is such a progressive group of people. Like
if you're the smartest person in the room, you're either in the wrong room or you better be teaching something.
Yeah, and Beef, you don't have to be the smartest. You just got to be the funniest. You got you, bro.
Well, we got the funniest motherfucker in all of DFK right here, dude.
Hold on.
Let's go, baby.
Maddie, turn your volume up. Turn your volume up. Grab that microphone. Pull it a little closer to those chops so I can hear you.
Stop the presses right now.
Move it a little closer to your face hole.
Oh wait, I have to stream live. That's throwing me off on my sound. Am I all right now?
Yes.
There you go, baby.
Okay, good. Sorry. Thank you for the invite, Ogre. I appreciate that. I gotta come on. I gotta push back. I gotta
see it, brother. Send it.
Are those pajamas? Is that like a full top and bottom pajamas?
I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing regular clothes. How dare you?
Donald Duck's fucking pajamas.
Why are you talking so much shit? I love. I want the extended cooldowns. I think that's a great idea, and I'm excited for new people to be getting into the game and making those summons even rarer. I love that. I love that idea. But the fact that you think like some of us are not out there trying to like do good summons, like, well, what are you talking about?
Well, I wasn't talking to you, man.
Oh no! It seems like you were. It seems like
how many potatoes were in that bitch.
Listen. Potatoes can make good. Like if the right dark summon, some potatoes matched up, you can make some wild heroes.
How else do you get any resources, man? I mean, I heard years ago that every hero is special, and I hold that to heart. Damn it!
Listen, you
the potatoes.
That's not true. I don't think.
Okay, damn it. All right, I tried. I really tried.
I set up my setup quickly, so now you get a little. You can sneak through and see my actual apartment behind there. So sorry.
No worries.
It's so big. You're echoing, dude.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was so amped up. I just was like, I got to get on right now. And
he cracked 2 beers, chugged them, and he's like,
no, I will not let him talk this way.
Yo, intern, how was dinner, bro?
Oh,
dank?
shit.
Oh,
It was dank.
right on.
Heck yeah.
Listen, intern, I was never mad at you for not coming on, dude. You do so much, bro. I was like, dude, she better be making you dinner for all that Mythic Squad Void Hunt shit you've been doing.
No, what? That's not how relationships work.
Yeah,
what?
I think it's the other way.
Well,
he spends the whole weekend on Void Hunt. He has to go
Him
get
spending time. That's not how relationships work.
Beef, that might be why you're single, bro.
Well,
Shit. Whoa.
make me dinner. I've been working hard with all my friends.
No, but I appreciate your speech about the extending the cooldowns. I think that was good. I do want to push back Ogre a little bit about, because I feel like your decision was kind of, you said this and I appreciate you saying it's like it was self motivated and stuff like that. Definitely. But like, don't you think the ecosystem in general would benefit from this extension, because I feel like this extension is just going to make Gen Zero's more valuable and other heroes down the line like more valuable in general. And I feel like that's better for the whole ecosystem. But also listen and answer it how you want. But I also feel like I get being self-centered and wanting to vote for your interest. I understand that. But I feel like in general, I especially talking with Bolon the other day, Boxside chats Tuesday nights. We got to talk to Bolon 9 p.m. It's a normal when we do our shows. But I understand voting for self-interest, but also I like the idea of the ecosystem doing better in general.
100%. I think it is a short-term fix that's going to have unintended consequences. That's my issue with it.
I know, but if you're looking at it, if you're
let him answer. Hold on, let him answer.
Okay.
I mean,
you guys, this cooldown thing is one part of the whole fucking puzzle that's going to get us into a fucking sweet spot, along with the new burn mechanism and that whole ecosystem. I know the team hasn't outright said, hey, guys, we're thinking big picture with all this shit here, but no one thing goes by itself. This is a big brain play here, and it took smart people telling this stoner and laying it out and explaining it, intern being one of them, for me to really get behind it. But once it was explained to me like a fucking 2-year-old, I was giddy as fuck and ready for the birthday party, yo. It needs to happen. That's where I'm at.
So I haven't heard the full explanation, but I have a feeling it's probably going to cause something like the whole run-up in 2000. Oh God, what was that? 2002 that brought us to Jewel of $23. And that's awesome. And a lot of people are super stoked about that.
2002.
2001. Sorry.
No, 2021.
Oh,
Bro.
shit. Yeah, there's another 2 in there. Sorry. That's right. DFK predates Bitcoin, bitches.
It was the first blockchain. We started with subnets and then we built the chain.
They actually built Harmony in the background just so they could launch. It's been up for 12 or 2 years.
No, that's saying.
So the point I'm trying to make here is that what I anticipate happening, and again, I don't think it's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 months. I think it's probably a long term. It's going to be 6 months, maybe even 12 months down the line. But we're going to hit a tipping point where there's enough developed, and we're going to have that one major event that is going to bring people pouring in. And when those people come pouring in, there's not going to be enough heroes for them, and we're going to lose some of them, and they're not going to make it in.
Bro, I fucking
and what's going to happen is everything's going to skyrocket there, and then those people that do come in then are going to be the next wave of people that are upset because they bought the top, because after it gets too high, it's going to drop.
I understand what you're saying, and I don't think that there's any logical problem to your argument, because it makes sense that is a hypothetical that could happen. But in my mind, I'm like, if that's our problems in the future, like that's an okay problem, and we'll deal with it when it happens. Like I don't want to change how we act right now based on like maybe in the future we're so fucking rich that we can't even handle our money. Like I'm fine with that.
Isn't that kind of what we're doing?
Even if they're from the future, like we can't.
If the problem is we're gonna have so many people who want to play this game that there's a problem. Let's deal with that when that happens. I don't think that's a legitimate argument to do or not
strike that match twice. You're not gonna be able to strike that match twice. So if we only get 25% of those people, we lose the other 75%, and they're not going to come back. They're going to be bitter. They'll be like, "Oh, this is," and the 25 that do jump in at the top.
Well, let me tell you this:
they're going to be angry too, because now they're stuck until it goes back up beyond that.
They're going to be angry if they're over here yeeting their crystals at fucking potatoes that can't compete, and they're losing their shit, and they're banging their head on their fucking little mechanical keyboard, making sticks, intern, and ogre sounds because they suck at the game. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay for the good shit. I'm sorry. Yep. It's like that. It'll be like that in any Web3 game to come.
Web2 also.
That's exactly right. No, thank you, Ogre. Because if you think about it, like any rational mind in the gaming space, like I have for the last 25 years, it's a game. These are things that are going to happen and progressively going to happen. Problems are going to be the natural realm of how video game development happens, because we're going to not run into, oh, this was great. We will run into those things because we are making the great things in this space. But with that are always going to be balances. There's always going to be checks. There's always going to be things that we're going to have to take in consideration now, especially leading up. That's what power creep has always been about. That's what always like level progression has always been about. That's what UI updates have been about for ease of use. Like things are going to be keeping progressively moving forward for the betterment of the game, because problems will always be the issue. So this is the current issue. What's the next one? So we're just fixing this one. This is a band-aid. This isn't even a permanent fix, because like we keep saying,
part that bothers me, because once we do this, it's going to be really. Everybody says we can just reverse it and we can vote it back. No, the hell we can't.
And I don't.
Gen Zero people out there are going to be like, oh wait, no, I want to do this because now I can flood the market and put a bunch out there, which is going to make my Gen Zero less valuable.
Okay.
When we scale this back,
what the team needs to fucking do is find some other avenue to add utility to Gen Zero holders.
Today, yeah.
Yes, I know. But until they do, it's always going to go back to 2021. And the value of these things are printing NFTs and selling them, because that's all we know. Okay. The landscape has changed incredibly since they designed the Gen Zero's utility. Okay. The vote, I don't think it will be that hard for the community if there is that much of a fucking need for heroes for us to put a vote in order, change the fucking cooldowns. But before that happens, and before the people even get here, before the problems even exist, right? We need to see how this new burn mechanism works, how GDE and all that entire ecosystem works. Listen, the tavern.
Here's a question for you.
I have
how many times has Congress?
Let me finish this one part real quick. You
bring
probably remember. The tavern is always going to be like a wholesale Costco for your Gen 1s, 10 of 10s and stuff. But I think, and this is me speculating here, I think there will be like a PvP boutique type marketplace at some point where people go to look for their PvP monsters.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
And nobody's going to, and crafting's not here yet. Okay. So we will revisit hero inflation, and is there enough heroes? Is there not enough heroes? When there's more activities, more things entered into this ecosystem, people will choose to play PvP. Some will be crafters. Some will be doing that, right? We'll be able to revisit this, but I have enough faith in the team, in their tokenomics, and in their math, Hubert's math, all of that shit, to fucking give this a chance right now when it's not a fucking issue and it's not really hurting us, guys. Okay.
Well, first off, I know Order wants to talk, and I will say, I think in the short term, to some degree, I don't know what that is, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, whatever. I do think there is some hurt to Gen Zero owners, and I don't think you can deny that. I like, this will hurt, and I will admit that I think it will hurt in a very short term for Gen Zero owners. It will hurt a little bit, but I think once we're at a more established ecosystem that's like churning a little bit better, and we discover the prices of Gen 1 10 of 10s, and they're going to be increased hypothetically, and you know, the summons are going to be, you know, not as common, so therefore like heroes in general are going to be harder to come by. I think it's going to take a little while. I'm not denying that it's going to take a little while, but eventually we're going to get to where prices are going to be better hypothetically, and so therefore your Gen Zeros will then catch up to the value wise. But I do think there is going to be a short-term period where Gen Zeros are, value-wise, are going to go down a little bit. And I think that's what Ogre's kind of talking about. And I agree with that. I do think there is going to be here a little period where we're trying to figure this out and figure out where the ecosystem is, where the value is going to go down a little bit for Gen Zeros. Yeah, and you can't deny that. You can't deny that. Like, I think that is going to be the reality.
When we eventually get to where you guys are afraid we might get, and we need more heroes, how do you think that will impact the value of a Gen Zero?
No, it's going to
regardless if it's 7 days to 14 days, right? If that's the only avenue to put new blood in there, how expensive?
I think there is going to be a short-term negative.
Mark my words. This is great for short term, but long term, this will fuck us.
No, I disagree.
When's the last time Congress voted themselves a tax, or I'm sorry, a pay lower bid, right? They vote themselves pay raises all the time. They're not going back down ever, right? Because that's what it would take. If we want to vote it back, then
it's unlikely.
We're going to take a hit. Those Gen Zeros.
It's unlikely that we would change it, but I still think in the long run, I think the ecosystem will adapt and will create this new world where there's just less heroes and they have more value. And I think that's good.
Yes and no.
I understand what you're saying.
Because we limit the amount of players that we can bring in.
Wow.
We limit the amount of heroes there are, because
that was the big point.
Like, let's even say it's only 70%, but it's really more like 80 to 90% of the heroes summoned are potatoes.
That's what
right?
Cookie was saying. What's his name? Not Cookie. The guy who summons like an insane amount.
Max.
Yeah, like
sure.
he was arguing that this is going to lead to less individual users playing the game. Actually, which I
well, listen, it might lead to less users playing the game. Like
this specific change, maybe, but also at the same time, when they add PvP, when they add all these game aspects, that's hypothetically going to boost player engagement way higher. So yeah, there might be like again
to how many players
isolated
because there's going to be a cap to how many good heroes we have. Like if we keep summoning, yes, we're getting a bunch of potatoes. The value of those potatoes are going down. Of course, they're fucking potatoes. Nobody wants to buy them. I mean, if you can convince them to summon and their use there, okay. Yeah. If the cost to run professions and gather stuff goes down, then those potatoes will start getting bought up and people will send them out on quests, right? That will eventually happen. But if we limit the amount of heroes, we cap the amount of people we can capture when we do strike that match and catch everybody's attention.
They're just slowing the trickle. It's not like cutting it off completely, you know? It's just harder to get to that, which I kind of I think I like that. And honestly, that's like a Mythic Squad. I feel like Mythic Squad would love that. It's like we're the elite, we're doing it. We're the elites doing it, you know? Because it's very hard
for short term.
Those final awesome PvP heroes. It's very hard to I think it should be very hard to get them. And I think the Mythic Squad does it. You know, they create these heroes, these monsters that like no one else can create, you know?
Yeah, Huff. Can we acknowledge that the most handsome guy on our panel has fucking lost power?
Yeah, I saw that. He said he lost power. Oh, I hope he's okay.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
But I
never ever hit the hold up. SI, come on now. Two things I teach my kids: never say never and never say always. That's some straight up bovine scatology, right? I mean, if it hits.
But also separate from whatever that number is, and if we're going to hit it, I feel like I don't want to make a decision right now based on
it might be a problem if this was a mobile game, but right now it's a browser-based game, so it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, like what if we get 1 million users tomorrow? Sure, we could be in trouble, but like I don't know. I'd rather wait till that problem occurs than like change our decisions about how we make plans now. You know.
Well, should we just all continue to play the game like it was 2021 and just summon our hearts away? At the
2021, I was not away because it was expensive.
You know the stats I'd like to see that I really haven't seen.
Yeah, I would like to see those.
What the actual summoning stats are and how many heroes haven't been summoned since Harmony.
Well, okay, yeah. So that's
how many of those heroes are lost. We don't have all of those heroes available for summoning. A lot of them are gone forever. So like all of this scare tactics and huge extrapolated out massive super jillions of heroes that can show up in 3 months. Like why aren't they here? Because nobody's there, it's not happening. Now
I do want to I spelled again wrong there in comment. I was replying to SI, it was a typo, but I will say I think I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a really good point to counter what you were saying, Ogre, and I forgot it. It was like really good and poignant and fun.
I bet it was, man.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great point, and I forget what I was about to say. Because SI threw me off. Wanted to respond. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. No worries. Couldn't have been that important.
Yeah.
If it was, you'll remember it.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Just say I fucking dig that Maddie hopped on, dude.
I feel bad. Oh fuck! You can see part of my like real life behind me.
Is everybody's dude?
What are you trying to like not drop yourself or something?
Literally, that little crap is not showing anything.
Fucking knowing Mythic Squad, they track me down. Fucking.
Oh, is that your fridge?
Somebody already screenshotted and zoomed in, bro. We got all the information that might be there. Like, don't worry about it. It's too late now.
Yeah, too late.
No, but I had to push back. I had to get on here and be a counter to some of the stuff you guys are saying. I love you guys. You know I love you guys. I love chatting with you guys so much.
And
I really appreciate you sent the link and got me in. I feel like it so much, but
I mean, in reality, like I very well might be wrong. I might just be worried about nothing and it never actually comes to fruition.
No,
but somebody has to take this stance because nobody is.
But I think
because you own a bunch of Gen Zeros. It's
Yeah.
smart for you to be worried about your investment. And I ain't ever gonna rag on you for being worried about your investment.
I don't really
No,
look
it's
at it
like
that
I think
way,
there
though.
is
Like,
value in
But
the
other
other
people do.
subconscious selfishness, but like I don't personally look at it that
Yeah,
way
I know
as
you
the
don't, but other
investment.
people do. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, some people definitely do. You're right.
I actually do.
Because it is.
Ogre's actually, you're great for this because you were there when the initial Gen Zero sale happened, right? I mean, I'm assuming, right? You were there, right, for the initial?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
where I got a lot of them.
The initial promo, and maybe I should be careful with how I word this, but the initial promo or the initial
Launch.
was these will be able to summon more heroes. That is like what they said about them and why they have value. And that is why potentially you bought them.
Yep.
And so now that's being affected. So I understand wanting to be defensive about that because that's why you bought them.
It's not even really that though, honestly. It's more I have huge issues with mob rule. Right. And that's where we're going with this. Everybody is voting in their own self-interest for the most part. And everybody's looking at the money, not the game.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of fear mongering going on about this could happen. Check out this worst case scenario. And everybody's like, holy fuck, that would destroy everything. But we're not there. I mean, even in the beginning, when we had it was easy to flip heroes and you could make a bunch of money, it wasn't happening then. I mean, why would we assume it's going to happen later? I would assume that as time goes on, more and more of those Gen Zeros, as people kind of get frustrated and walk away or lose wallets or get hacked, like a lot of these Gen Zeros are going to disappear. And as more time goes on, more and more of those Gen Zeros are no longer going to be available. They're not going to be summoning because they're going to be lost and they can't be recreated. So as time goes on, we are going to have our ability to summon is going to be reduced. And we're doing it now. It's almost like we're shooting ourselves in the foot to spite our elbow, or I don't know. There's a saying there. I don't know it.
I understand. I do know I do know what you're talking about, and I don't know it. I don't know the actual word.
I just think we don't need to tunnel vision in. I think when we tunnel vision in on cooldowns, and only cooldowns, we get distracted and don't see the bigger picture here.
That there's other solutions.
Listen, this whole entire time since DFK's existed, the team has put out little tidbits here and there, drop the roadmap, right? This is what's coming, blah, blah, blah. And we place bets. And we take our current game plan and we tweak it a little bit so that we can still have the edge. Okay. And if you're not doing that, then you're stuck in the past.
Yep. I would feel much better about this if it had a sunset clause that in 3 months or 6 months, it was going to revert back. Unless we voted to keep it in place. Right. So that way it automatically has a sunset ability to revert back. That way there's a way out of this. And people will, because people are not going to vote back to reduce the summoning because, that's going to reduce the value of what I own on the hope that we capture some of those people.
A million or a million new users at that point. But I want to ask you this, Ogre and Beef, both of you. So the heroes that we own are NFTs, and they're non-fungible, quote unquote, however you want to define that. Do you think this change affects something about them intrinsically as an NFT, or is this something how the game works?
We're okay with them adding a bunch of pages to the backs of our NFTs. We're okay with them adding crafting.
I guess my question is like, because in my mind, the cooldown stuff is something how these heroes interact with the game. And so therefore it's not changing the NFTs. And I know technically that might not be true, but that's kind of how I mentally deal with it is like,
well, you have a valid point there. All right. But
because if you do think cooldown is part of the NFT intrinsically, I can understand being more apprehensive to changing that because obviously I think the beauty of what we're doing here is that the NFTs can't be touched, they can't be changed. That's why we love it so much. You can't touch our heroes. They do what they want and they're NFTs. But like in my mind, what we're talking about with cooldown is an aspect of the game where the NFTs interact with the game, and that's how they interact with the game. what are you guys' thoughts on that in terms of just in general? Are your heroes, is cooldown a part of your hero or is it a part of the game?
It's part of the game.
And that's why I'm like, if they want to change it, I'm fine with that.
The timer shows on your hero, but it's a part of the game.
Exactly.
So you go to the portal to summon, you don't go to your hero.
Exactly. Yes.
But I mean, I get it. I get why people don't want this. And I think they need to start building PvP heroes and playing hunts and fucking getting ready for crafting and shit. And stop with the vegetation of the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Do we want a bunch of fucking potatoes here? Because I think the goal is to fucking let the cream rise to the top by hard work, knowing what you're doing, and learning the game, right? If people come and all they got is fucking potatoes to choose from, whether we have fucking 700,000 heroes or fucking 10 million heroes, they're going to be super fucking unhappy with the outcome when they do crawl into an activity.
I don't know.
There's something to this hero building thing, guys. And it starts from the Gen Zeros. I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I've been preaching. Let's build them now. Let's build them while they're cheap.
I mean, let's be real. It's a zero-sum game, right? We can't just print money and pay everybody out. In order for some people to win, some people must lose. Yes, you can't say no to that. Like, there's only so many dollars in the game.
No, I know, but I mean, DFK though, and this is where maybe, and again, I want to talk about this. This is a bigger conversation I want to have. I like DFK in my mind is a game, and I'm a player playing a game. If I happen to make money, that's nice.
Yes, we are.
I want to play the game. And enjoy the game and the game aspects and gaming and
you know what?
And stuff
I'm
like
just
that.
saying,
like if I lose money, I'm okay with that because it's a game I'm playing. And I think it's different from how some people approach this, which is fine. It's fine. If some other people approach it as an investment, and
some people definitely are.
Right. And again, I'm not denying that. And again, this is a longer conversation that the Bogside guys, we've talked about this, and like we don't even know how to answer it. Because like in my mind, I've been pretty forward, but the other two, they push back on me. But this is a game. I'm playing a game. Yeah, I spent some money on it. Whatever. If I lose money, whatever. I don't care. I'm playing a game. I know that's not the general opinion of most people in DFK.
I literally think the Gen Zero holders and the Jewel stakers will have the say in what happens with this, because the fucking hero builders and the hero holders and the guys who aren't staking Jewel aren't going to have the voting power.
Right.
But it's hard to get someone who's not a gamer to think like a gamer, and it's hard to get someone who's in the other to think.
Because honestly, I think that's how Hubert approaches it, and I think that's how some of the other game committee guys, I think Dreamer and Fox maybe think differently, but I think some of the game committee people are thinking about this as a game and don't really give a shit about if you make money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they care.
I gotta say something to Emerson. Emerson, you gotta stop putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying
they were the same
me,
people.
Maddie Pass, separately. I'm not. Nothing Beef said.
Not you. I was just Emerson has a funny way of saying you don't think they are the same people. I was like, I do think they are the same people.
I think he was responding to me in chat. I think he was responding to my comment in chat. I've just decided to talk in chat. It's easier than trying to compete with you guys. I was saying that the Jewel holders still outweigh the heroes by voting weight.
Oh yeah.
So and Emerson was responding to that, saying you don't think they're the same people. And yes, I think there are definitely some gamers who have a bunch of heroes and have invested in a bunch of Jewel because they truly believe in the game. And I count myself among them. But
but you know what? I don't think all here's a hot take. I don't think all heroes are created equal, and I don't think they should have the same voting power.
I don't either. I think that the next step is we should have a vote to go beyond Gen Zeros. I think it should also go by like mutations. So like the number of mutations also dictates it. But there's also the counter argument there. Where do we draw the line? Go ahead, Maddie.
I would just say, and I'm sorry if I interrupted, but they talked about that today. They're never going to get into the nuance of like legendary, mythics, they get more value than others. They're never gonna. That's too much work. They can't do that right now. Like,
okay, I will show their true value on the fucking battlegrounds.
Great. That's perfect, and I agree with you. That's how you do it. Like, not voting though. They're never going to spend the time to be like.
See, that's the thing. So if we have new people come in, are they going to buy a bunch of potatoes and jewel? No. I mean, a lot of people just buy the skin of their teeth. Be like, crap, I want to get 3 awesome heroes so I can compete, and they're going to get a bunch of heroes. They get 1 vote each, so the gamers won't have a voice.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me when you look at it like this.
That's a fair point.
Listen, when you look at a potato or like a floor hero, and it's going for what's the floor on heroes right now?
But also, hold on, wait.
What's the floor on heroes, real quick? It's
like 30,
probably. We're talking about
20, 25, 28.
Anyways, what I'm saying is, it would be stupid to think that we shouldn't put rarity. And
no, I think that's
in class, like some sort of freaking multiplier on rarity in class.
It's not worth it.
Listen, I think it's great, but I don't think it's as important as what the rest of the things the team is working on, because they only have like 2, maybe 3 people that could actually do that work.
Yeah.
And if we ask them to make all of those nuanced changes, that ties them up and pushes back everything else for months and months and months.
Diamondback.
Go back to what you. Sorry, go.
Will you be able to use your potatoes in the game? Yeah, if you like questing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The potatoes have.
I would farm the fuck out of my potatoes for GDE, whether it's minuscule amounts of them or not. I'd rather do that than sell them for 18 crystals.
I hope that they have a potato like PvE experience to where you can PvE and they're all potatoes, like
commons only. Right. No special abilities.
No mutations.
Then nobody would be mad because there'll be a vegetable.
Well, also they said that there's going to be a user-based thing where you can define the tournaments yourself. Like, that's a fun idea. But also, I want to go back to Ogre, something you said of like, if someone comes in, someone outside the game, and it just buys up a couple, amazing heroes. 3 amazing heroes, and they become a PvP champion. Do we want that person to actually have a lot of votes? I'm actually fine with them not having a lot of votes. If that's all their interaction with the game is, like, and they have their 3 votes with their 3 heroes, like, fine. If that's the only way you play the game.
But those are the gamers.
I don't care. If you didn't...
So you're okay with the gamers not having a voice?
Yeah, well, I'm okay with the the professional gamers coming in who don't have an army, who don't have a legion, and just play the game to be the top player and win maybe these tournaments that have a nice payout. That's fine.
Oh, I agree with them not having a voice. Those aren't the people I'm talking about, though.
I'm talking about who is buying those heroes. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm fine with them not having a vote.
Right. But I'm talking about people from like Southeast Asia, Africa, places where they don't have a whole bunch of money and all they can afford, they're stretching and earning just to buy those 3 heroes. Like, you're thinking on a US, I'm thinking global.
Right. No, even them, obviously, I don't want to discourage these people from participating and doing what they can. But, like, why should they have a large vote just because they're playing the game with 3 heroes?
Because they're gamers. I think that I think that people with 3 Dread Knights should have more of a voice than somebody with 3,000 jewels. Why? Because all they have is 3,000 jewel. They're not here to game. They're here to rake money and rape us eventually.
Well, why should they control how we play this game? That makes no sense.
I think you're misunderstanding.
Well,
me.
No.
Like, they shouldn't make like Skiller or other Mythic Squad people who have a legion of people who play the game constantly. That's who I want to have a choice, not these people who buy 3 euros and win the tournaments, get some money and walk away.
This is a true gamer. That's not an investor. I'm saying, no, hold on. Let me get back. Oh, come on. Now, you've shut me up many times. Deal with it. You need to rest your voice anyways.
I just got quiet, and you had to say something. So carry on and make your point.
Yeah. So if someone comes in and they buy 3,000 jewel and lock it up for the sole purpose of earning and dumping later when that price goes up, versus somebody who has come in and scraped and flipped and done what they need to do so they can get 3 badass heroes and actually compete and play the game, I think they should have more of a voice than that person that just buys jewel and parks it. But right now they don't. They get 3 votes versus 3,000.
What's the cost the actual dollar cost difference of those 2 actions?
That's variable. Come on now.
I mean,
obviously, and how much jewels versus how much heroes is
more expensive. But I mean, I get what you're saying in those two examples. Sure, that person that owns a minimal amount, I don't know, but again, someone who's just buying 3 heroes and participating in the tournaments,
That's playing the game, bro. Those are our end users.
Is it playing the game though? Because I feel like vast majority of people
Yes, there's gonna Maddie,
no,
tell me,
vast people who play the game right now
Maddie.
have 500 plus heroes.
Maddie,
That's how
Maddie,
most
now.
people play the
Maddie,
game.
Now, yes.
Maddie,
That's not where we want to be. We want to have thousands of people playing this game. Where maybe they only have a handful of heroes, and now that we've cut
God, I need to
cooldowns like down or
right. And
like
that will change. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that we're not going to have.
Beef quit.
Yeah, he's frustrated.
I listen. I only have Ogre. I only have you to take over, and I've completely taken over the stream. I got Huff. I got Beef. I got one more.
I'll end it first. We're already at an hour and a half.
I know. I'm sorry. I made you guys late. I'm sorry.
I'm just messing around, man. I'm just fucking with you.
No, but I think it's interesting.
It's a great conversation. I'm enjoying it.
Because I am curious on that and how. Because I think the idea is to have legions of heroes. That's kind of what they've put forward as what we should be shooting for. So the idea of someone coming in, especially like kind of like a hired gun, who gets 3 heroes and then participates in the tournament. I don't know if I want that person voting that much. I don't know,
bro. We've all been here building this foundation up. There will be all sorts of.
I'm on that side.
Hey, I know you can't see my mouth, but I know you see my bubble gyrating. Okay,
let him talk.
Listen, there will be people that have like 3 to 9 heroes, beastly ass motherfucking max level fucking heroes, and that's how they play the game because they're not going to be building heroes. So, do I think they're gamers? Yes. Do I think they will have the right to vote? Yes. They won't have the voting power unless some changes happen to heroes. Because one thing I don't agree with is saying that a 18 crystal fucking floor hero has the same voting power as my fucking Mythic Dread Knight that's greater fucking
that right there. He's put so much money into getting those heroes. They should have more of a vote, and the people that buy them should have more of a vote.
That's for a different time. I don't think we need to deal with that now, but that's something that I've been vocal about for a long time. Okay.
Yeah. There's going to be different types of players, right? There's going to be those of us that have been here since forever and have legions, which, let's be real, that was a marketing scheme to try to squash this whole conversation so people didn't like freak out about the cooldowns. Build your legion, get tons of potatoes, and send them on quests, and it worked. Until we hit real low and the costs went up, and now the legions aren't really productive anymore. You actually have to spend money to do it. So now those people that are supposed to be creating the crafting materials and being the supplier side, right? They're the suppliers. That's who we are in the future because we have these legions. We will be the suppliers, but that doesn't mean that the gamers that we're selling to should not have a voice, because if they don't have a voice and they get frustrated, they leave. Then who are we selling to?
No, you're right. You're right. And maybe I was being too combative, and I apologize.
No, it's all good.
No, but I do think I don't want someone, and again, this is just kind of like an anti-whale idea of like, I don't want someone to just come in and buy stuff and be like, this game shouldn't be like this because I bought X amount, so I should be able to control it. Like I don't like that.
They'll never be.
I think everyone agrees with that. No one wants that. Like no one wants someone to come in and do that. And so I think if someone is a kind of like professional gamer and buys 3 or 4 heroes or 6 or 9, whatever the number they need, and then they play the tournaments, they win the tournaments. I don't want that person, and they're only there to do that. They're there to just win the tournament. I don't know if I want that person to have so much power in voting. Then say
he's only going to have what he's.
But also, I understand what you're saying. I understand
what he's got on the scale. He's only going to have what he's got on the scale. So.
No, but he's going to buy. Hypothetically, that guy is going to buy Mythic 9 Mythic heroes, like
for the current voting for hero holders, we all the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So until that changes, I mean, and I don't know if or when it will change, but they can go ahead and turn that shit into Jewel if they want more voting power too.
Right.
Yeah, Styx has a very valid point there.
Yeah. But those kind of players, those kind of people, whether they have voting weight or not, are going to be coming in flocks.
Listen, again,
And they're
the
going
only
to
thing I'll
make
say
up
is that this is
part of this player base.
the only reason why I'd be against some sort of system where it was like commons get 1 vote, uncommons get 2, et cetera, until like mythics get,
I don't think they need to go into
that's
training.
the only reason why I'd be
Class and rarity.
Let him finish, bro. Let him finish.
because I wouldn't want someone coming in who's literally there for no reason. They don't care about the game. They don't care about anything. They see a nice prize pool for the tournament, so they buy some heroes and then they play and then they leave. I don't want them having voting power. No, but I don't want them having voting power to fuck up how we're playing the game.
They're never going to have that kind of voting power if they're.
Well, if we set up a system where mythic heroes get more votes,
flawed here,
bro.
Because they don't
There's
have
too many.
power.
Yeah, there's too many of us here that are OGs. I mean, heck,
Fair.
you got to go to like page 5 before you even get down to like below 50,000 votes that count, right? So in order to really make a difference, they would have to buy a legion,
right?
Even of like just Dread Knights or Mythics or whatever.
And let's be awesome. If you want the voting, or let's be real, if you want the voting power, you're going to hold Jewel. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Which I think is fine. I if you want to buy up the Jewel, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Which that's a good side effect, because if you do want to increase your voice and your vote,
right,
the easiest and most inexpensive way to do it is go buy more Jewel,
yes,
which also benefits the entire ecosystem.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that if we had a whole bunch of players and they're just kind of coming in, playing it and being consumers, right? The gamer side, not supplier side.
Right.
But we want those consumers to be happy. Otherwise they go away. If they feel like the changes are being made and only the whales that have been here since the beginning are really getting their voices heard and they're voting selfishly, and it doesn't really help the little gamer that only has 3 dreads and built a squad to actually play the game, they're going to walk away and go find a game where their voice is heard.
Yeah. If the Jewels,
those whales that have been here forever, who are you referring to there, Ogre?
I'm talking to you, bro.
No, come on,
bro. Let's be real. I mean, we all know that I sold most of my Jewel off.
Ultimate whale for DFK. You are the one we all look to. You are the OG. You know that, right? You know that, right?
I know I still have that status. I don't. I mean, I only got 44K voting power.
I don't care. I don't care.
Like,
You're the OG.
I'm not that whale anymore.
We all look to you. We all look to you. That's all I'll say. I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's all.
I love you for it, brother.
I fucking love you both.
Hell yeah.
Assholes. I fucking love both.
Wait, can we go back? All right, can we rewind separate from are we moving on? Let's see if other topics.
Yes, let's do it. What else we got?
I want to go back to the tournament.
Yeah, we can
send it. We don't talk about it. I'm just gonna say, listen, I know I'm a low seed, but I'm just telling you, I'm a Cinderella. I'm a Cinderella story. I might make some. Heads might turn. That's all I'm saying. I'm matching with Oh Cool. Oh Cool is literally the champion. He's the best. We got some plans. I shouldn't say we. I got some plans.
So I agree that if you manage to beat O'Cool, you definitely become the instant Cinderella story, and we all got to root for you, even over Mythic Time. Like, bro, bottom seed might win it.
If you beat O'Cool, check this out. Here's my hot take. If you beat O'Cool, I will never ever razz you when it comes to fucking PvP.
Oh shit!
You only Fran still gets so this guy.
Hear it here, folks.
If you beat O'Cool, I will leave you
alone.
All right. Yeah. For all of eternity, bro.
I'm just saying.
Until
we'll see what happens.
Gamers come.
I'm saying it right now because Mosh isn't here. So if you beat O'Cool, he will blow you 10,000 times with coins.
Fuck.
God damn it, Ogre. Will you stop talking about grown people? People are getting the wrong idea here. The fuck? The only thing I blow is blunts, dude.
No, you'll send me that new token. That's what he meant.
I will.
10,000 KP's token. That's what you'll send me, right? That's what you meant.
I will bet you 420. I will bet you 420 Jewel because I want that voting power. That O'Cool beats your fucking ass.
Oh, all right.
You want to shake on that?
We'll see what happens.
No, I mean,
oh, wait. You either got to say yes or no.
Here, you got all these hands up here. Let's bring one right down here and shake it. 420 Jewel.
Wait, what's the negative for me?
You lose.
Is there no negative? Sure.
Yeah. Wait, are you betting 420 Jewel?
If I lose, do I lose anything? Great. No, it's a deal. It's done.
You're going to give me 420 Jewel.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
See, that wasn't really stated. You just said if you beat O'Cool, I'll give you. There was no like, and if you lose,
or the laggers out there in the layman, you would give me 420.
Oh, for the layman. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Sure, Beef, whatever you want. I'll
I
send you my.
want your 420 jewel. I want that fucking voting power, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm ready. I'm ready for O'Cool.
I'm so glad you made it past the qualifiers, bro. I would have been so disappointed if you didn't.
I had it. I had the second round. I was so mad. So the second round was like 5 eggs have to hatch, and I had the 5 eggs, and there was one turn where I had to kill the mama before, and then the mama survived, and then rehatched.
What was your team comp for that one?
Priest, Archer. I'm always Priest, Archer is the only way I can beat the box.
What priest was it? Was it your fucking?
No, it wasn't the good one. This was the. Oh no, this was the good one. Yeah, this is one my good one that had like 73 wisdom. But yeah, so I needed one round where I had to kill the mama. It survived and then hatched another, which was my then 6th hatch that round. And then that was the end. I couldn't handle it after that. Yeah. And it was like, if I had killed it that round, I would have been fine. I would have had him. But it rehatched. So 6 eggs hatched on me that round. And that's why I died. Because if it was only 5, I would have had it. And I got 0 points on that round. But I killed it on the round of no eggs hatching. So
RNG's the B.
Listen,
I know.
Listen, Maddie, what I really want to know is if you can rally the Bogside boys to so that all of them enter the next.
I will. I mean, I
will enter Mythic Squad Void Hunt.
Yeah,
tournament volume 3. Well, listen, you guys don't want me entering this shit and learning this shit because then I kick all your asses.
I would love to if I got matched up on the bracket against a Beeve or a Mosh, I would be so excited.
Well, let's be real. Mosh isn't gonna play
with his level 1s.
All his level 1s. He has nothing but level 1s. Yeah.
Mosh is supply side. Let's be real.
Let me tell you. When
Mosh is the almighty.
When PvP goes live and we're in Metis, I better see both of you there. I'd be mad if you don't show up.
I'll show up, dude.
Okay.
I'll probably be like, I forget his name, but the guy from Dodgeball, or no, was it Dodgeball or was it the
Ben Stiller? Are you thinking Ben Stiller?
No, it was the sideline reporters for what's that basketball movie with Woody Harrelson and fucking
Will Ferrell. I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Sideline reporters. Might have been the sideline reporters for Dodgeball. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll show up and commentate the fuck out.
Well, no, I actually, and while I'm on the Mythic Squad stream, I do want to give him a shout out. I know he's in the chat, but SI killed it. Simultaneously streaming and running the tournament, like
cut from a different cloth. That guy.
And I loved when he had the various people on. And he had Worm. Yeah, I think Mosh was on for one of the shifts. He was great.
We need to throw more flowers at intern because he's responsible. He's responsible for a lot of stuff that happens, even if it's happening with the Mythic Squad logo on it only. Intern is a team player. And
I killed it.
A legend for the entire community. He does so much for everybody.
When I was cheating, they got mad at me, and I'll cut it off for next time. But you were supposed to turn off when you were playing live.
Down, Maddie. I knew you were fucking cheating right when that was
I was cheating because when you're playing live, they said turn off the commentary, so you can't hear the commentary while you're playing live. But I heard them playing, and they were like, "Oh, is that his good priest?" And then I immediately clicked him to show the priest. You know what I mean? Like I had to show it off when they're like, "Oh, I think that's his priest. It's like really good." And I was like, "Oh, yeah."
That priest was your weakest link. You knew that priest was your weakest link. You told on
yourself. I would have. Again, I missed the one round with that guy, but. I'm excited. I'm excited to be a Cinderella story.
I'm excited to see if motherfucking Caracat takes it again, or if there's a new.
Well, O'Cool is incredible.
Caracat, though, they're fucking top.
I agree. And I have O'Cool round 1, so I'm super amped up.
And I've been super excited with all these crazy affixes in the volume 2 hunts.
No, it's fun.
Because it's going to shake things up a bit at the top.
No, it's super fun.
Crazy what you have to do. So
I'm glad you guys had the actual. Did you share that in Mythic Squad Discord? The actual bracket.
It's in Mythic Squad Discord. All that shit's pinned. If you go to tourney chatter.
Well, good stuff because I know you enjoy gambling. Are you putting money on somebody right now?
Me?
All right. If you had to, all right. Both of you.
Yeah, he wanted to put 420 on O'Cool.
I I will bet anybody 420 jewel that
Who right now on this chart right now, if you had it all the way to be the champion, who are you putting money on? Both of you.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to rep my squad first. So I got fucking Leray or Skiller. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. Caracat, Danable, and
Animal winning
listen, I don't want to get a bunch of shit in general chat, Mythic Squad general chat in the morning. So I'm gonna say DFK tails. If you get past Danable, bro, you can.
If you can beat Danimal, I feel like you can win it. Yeah.
Going all the way.
Ogre thoughts?
My thoughts are that you just created an amazing new side project from the community, a bracket betting website yeah, it's like the Sweet 16. Like
I already called bookie rights, so let me know when you guys all get it fleshed out, and I'll hop right in.
Well, I said it in chat before I jumped on here, but Just Crypto's going to win. He's going to go all the way.
Hey, Just is a fucking force.
He's so good, and he knows he has played the box more than I think anybody. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure Skiller has like fucking a million. Like
to a purple and teal wall at some point, though.
But Just is a super smart dude, and I'm confident he's got it. He's my pick for number one here.
Okay, yeah, not playing favorites or anything. I got you.
I mean, he's ADFK. He's ADFK guy, and we've had him on Vogside a lot.
Who do you think's gonna take the fucking crown this time, Ogre?
Oof, put me on the spot. I don't know. I honestly, to be totally honest, I don't even know some of these people. Like New York Hero, who's that?
New York Keys, isn't that New York Keys?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm Italian, not sure who is either.
We got some Italians repping in this.
I love it.
So
good shit.
So, I don't know. I mean, you never know because RNG's a mamma jamma. So for all we know, it could be Matty Pesk. Pulls it out and crushes everybody.
Wow, imagine.
He's on the stream. I'm voting Matty.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a bad bet. But yeah, sure.
I know. I'm just giving you love, bro. I have no idea.
I love it. I appreciate it.
Listen, I the day we see Matty Pesk on Sports Center on Bad Bets, that'll be the day.
What's gonna happen there, Beef? Huh?
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
I'm telling you, man. I'm prepping for Cool. I'm ready.
Okay, now that you say you're ready, do whatever you did to prep for Cool and do it times 10 because you're gonna need it.
Well, because even if I win next round, it's fucking Danimal. So
or DFK.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I look at this list, and literally everybody on this list is a beast.
Oh, so, no question. Yeah.
So there's dogs in the Mythic Squad tournament.
I'm very excited for Just Crypto and Karakit round 2. That's gonna be a super interesting one. Can I
get a tentative confirmation from you that you will commentate after you get knocked out by a
Cool first round? I'd be hanging out that day. I got that day open, so I'll jump on the mic.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, hour 42, I think we went over.
I'm sorry. I probably made you guys talk longer than you wanted to.
It was a great stream, bro. I haven't bitched about it once. Like, even though my kids, I'm pretty sure we beat them out. They quit playing Fortnite and went to bed without even
holy fuck,
me
you beat them. You won.
Right? I don't know if that's a good thing. My kids are being more responsible than me right now.
Well, I appreciate everybody in chat coming out. Maddie for hopping on. You're always welcome. I know that you probably got a, crack an energy drink or drink a coffee to stay
fucking 1:15. I gotta go to bed. Yeah.
I appreciate you. I feel sorry for whoever you're representing tomorad
Yeah, Huff, I hope you're okay out there. He never really did pop back up after his power went out.
Yeah.
Mad love, everybody. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Maddie, thanks for coming on. I think the squad's out. Where's the brandage?
Oh. We're the Mythic Squad, the People's Guild. A passion for making monsters can't be killed. We breed the best pets, learn a lot, no regrets. Join us in creating excellence. Purple on our back, Mythic Squad on the chest.